I'd like to start by thanking my neighbors, customers, local businesses, and residents who have come together in support of our community today. My name is Paul Macchiusi. I live here in Seton Village, and I own Minerva, a boutique cannabis store on Bathurst Street. I'm not here today to speak just as a business owner. I'm also a resident. I'm your neighbor. I walk these sidewalks. I live on Bathurst. And I know this stretch of Bathurst Street as a place where people live, work, raise families, and care for one another. Today I'm speaking on behalf of the Protect Bathurst Coalition, which formed just a few weeks ago to voice real concerns about Rapid TO and its plans. Plans that propose something that go far beyond transit upgrades. A total reclassification of this street we call home. Rapid TO is proposing to change our streets from mixed-use neighborhood arteries into 24/7 high-speed bus and emergency vehicle corridors with no curb access for anyone other than transit users. Let me be clear, we are not anti-transit. All of us want better transit. Many members in our community are transit users, as are many of our customers. Better transit benefits everyone. However, the Rapid TO plan, while improving transit for riders, does so at the expense of everyone else. Here's the core problem. Under the proposed Rapid TO redesign, the curb lanes would be permanently converted into no stopping, no parking, full-time priority bus lanes. These would be used by buses, wheel-trans, emergency vehicles, cyclists, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What that means is no pulling over, no deliveries, no stopping, no drop-offs, no loading, no unloading, no accessible parking, and absolutely no curbside access. In this plan, if you stop in the curb lane for any reason, you will face a fine. Please, let that sink in. We are talking about 7.4 kilometers of Bathurst Street from Eglinton to Lakeshore, where there will be nowhere for someone to stop and help an aging parent. Nowhere for children to get dropped off and go to daycare. Nowhere for residents to unload groceries. Nowhere for people with mobility issues to park close enough to their destinations. And nowhere for delivery vehicles to unload goods safely. When questioned about this, the TTC has repeatedly claimed all accessible parking will remain. But on closer inspection, it becomes clear there are currently only 2 designated parking spots along the entire 7.4 kilometer stretch. That's not accessibility, it's exclusion. It's poor planning, and poor planning is something all Torontonians have been dealing with for far too long. This doesn't just affect people with disabilities. It affects residents on the interior streets, small businesses, families. It affects every person who has ever needed to stop safely at the curb. In a neighborhood like this one, where residential, retail, and medical use sit side by side, eliminating curb access means cutting off the people who depend on this street the most. So it should be clear by now, the Rapid TO plan is flawed, and it's being rushed. We are told the urgency is due to FIFA 26, where we'll host 6 matches in 3 weeks. And yet Toronto hosts events like TIFF, Caravana, and the CNE on a yearly basis, all of which attract significantly larger crowds. And yet we haven't had the need to overhaul the infrastructure for these events, so why now? And more importantly, why are permanent, life-altering street changes that harm the people who actually live and work here being justified by a temporary event for international visitors? Where is the proper public consultation? Residents and business owners have repeatedly raised concerns about safety, traffic diversions, business viability, and basic accessibility. And every time that we have, the answers have been vague, dismissive, or simply absent. That's not collaboration, nor is it transparency. So what we need to understand here is that this conversation isn't and has never been transit versus cars. It's about people and ensuring everyone is included in the plans. This is not a highway. It's a mixed-use neighborhood street. It's where kids walk to school, seniors get picked up, where deliveries happen every hour of every day, and where people need to stop to help someone or simply shop. These proposed plans will force many of the businesses to close, many of which have limited access to laneways, while others rely on parking to attract customers from different parts of the city, province, and country. It will result in the loss of jobs and the livelihoods of many. Does the city even care? Do they even understand what the outcome is? If stopping is punished, then accessibility becomes impossible, except for those riding the TTC. Should we not all have a say in how the future of our city is shaped? That's why today the Protect Bathurst Coalition is calling on the City of Toronto and the TTC to stop, take a step back, and actually listen. We are demanding inclusion through the following. Number one, an immediate pause to the Rapid TO program. Number two, an independent public audit of safety and accessibility impacts. Number three, real community-led consultations with accommodations for all stakeholders. And number four, a clear decoupling of FIFA-related pressure from permanent civic planning. This plan isn't just bad policy, it's bad planning. It's happening too fast without enough transparency and with too many people being left out of the equation. We demand better. This is our home. This is our home and our community. It deserves to be designed with us, not around us. Real progress does not cut people out. It brings them together. Thank you.